Welcome back to MVP3 News at 6. Tonight, the latest on the downfall of the man who was one of the most powerful politicians in our state.
With more members of the state assembly calling for Sheldon Silver to resign his post as speaker, including at least 2 from the central New York area. There are backroom deals and a power struggle underway when it comes to who might replace him. It was last Thursday that Silver turned himself into the FBI on charges he was abusing his position in Albany to obtain millions of dollars in bribes and kickbacks, masked as legitimate income.
The arrest sent shockwaves throughout New York's capital as a legislative session began, and now sources in Albany say it's a question of when, not if, Silver will leave his top post as Speaker.
New at 6 tonight, Laura Hand brings us up to date on today's Albany developments.
I am confident that when all...
Sheldon Silver is still the Assembly Speaker, at least in name. This noontime, Assembly Democrats went back behind closed doors, continuing the marathon session that went 5 hours on Monday night. On Monday, Al Sturpey, who represents Syracuse's northern and eastern suburbs, led the charge, calling on the Speaker to step aside. This afternoon, Bill Magnarelli, who represents Syracuse and its northwestern suburbs, joined in, saying there's an overwhelming consensus that it's best for the Speaker to step aside. And Syracuse Assemblyman Sam Roberts from Syracuse's south side and eastern suburbs says Silver is a distraction to the critical work ahead.
It is the Democrats doing the debating over Sheldon Silver and his leadership, but the Republicans, and they are a minority, only 44 of 150 Assembly members, the Republicans also have an interest because since the scandal started, they and the Assembly as a whole have gotten no work done.
No committee chairs have been appointed, so no legislation can flow.
Assemblyman Finch says the stalemate can be traced to another Albany event 15 years ago when then Cicero Assemblyman Michael Bragman tried to oust Sheldon Silver from the Speaker's job.
He learned a lesson from that. So he's never had, he's created factions that can't come to an agreement, but he's been able to play one off against the other for years.
Thank you.
It's ironic that last election night, Finch, who represents Syracuse's western suburbs and most of Cayuga and Cortland counties, told us his priority is reform. However it's resolved, the Silver scandal will bring change to Albany. Laura Hand reporting.
We'll stay on top of any developments out of Albany with regard to Speaker Silver.